Fab. Okay, welcome. Let's get started. Let's get warm. I'm already roasting. It's so warm in my house. For today's session, can you guys have a chair to hand? So a stool, a chair. You can do it on the sofa if you don't have a hard stool. I find it easier when it's something a little bit firmer rather than something softer, because we're going to be doing the steps up, step back and lunge ones that we've done before, so that really good for the booty and toning thighs. Yeah, and if it's a bit squishy, I sometimes feel a bit wobbly. So I personally really like a hard chair, but if you've got a stool or a hard chair, that works really great. So have one of them just to hand. I'm just going to pop it to one side so we won't need it straight away. Lovely. Okay, let's get started. Starting with 4 big deep breaths, taking it in through your nose, out through your mouth, lifting the arms up as we go. Number 1, lifting it up. Exhale, fold forwards. Number 2, and release. Number 3, letting it all go. And last one, biggest one yet. And out. Lovely. Standing it up. Pull the shoulders back, opening up the chest. Take yourself from one side to the next. Tummy nice and tight. Lovely. And hold it to one side, circle around the ankles. Just thinking of, while we're collecting things, sorry, change direction. If you have weights at home, you're welcome to use weights for this session as well. I know you asked me to remind you guys next time. Switch over to the side. So if you wish to use weights and you've got them available to you, feel free to change direction. Feel free to use them for some of the movements that we're doing. I don't have any weights at home. Maybe I could pick up a plant, but yeah. Leg number 1, lifting it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To the side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To the back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Switching over to the other leg, lifting it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To the side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woof, losing my balance. To the back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Nice soft knees. Rolling around the shoulders. In case you're thinking to yourself, oh, I don't have weights, do I need to get some, etc., etc. Don't worry, because to get a bit bigger, we can still tone using just our body weight, because our body weight can do a significant amount. But sometimes when you've been doing the movements for a long time, your muscles will get used to that and want to make it a little bit more of a challenge. Or if you're looking at growing, just the shoulders going forward, if you're looking at growing your muscles, i.e. growing the bigger butt, stronger, thicker thighs, then that's when you want to introduce weights as well, because that will help to grow the muscle quicker than if you were going to do a lot of reps with body weight, which can be more about toning and firming rather than growing. So don't worry. In short, don't worry if you don't have them. Arms up, one arm one way, one arm the other. Lovely. And change direction, other one back, other one forwards. Perfect. And then shaking it all out. Nice soft knees, guys. Rock yourself round. Twist in the back. Floppy arms. Floppy fingers. Lovely. And then take yourself back to the front. Everything from hips down stays still. Just twisting the upper body from one side to the next. Keeping your hips square to the front. Lovely. Fabulous. Everything from shoulders down stays still. Head from side to side. Left to right, right to left. Gently up, gently down. Lovely. Ear to shoulder. And up and over. Keeping them shoulders pulled back and down. Up and over. Lovely. And then from here, taking the ear from one shoulder, rolling it around the front to the other shoulder, and then gently taking it back round the front. So we're just going through that front semicircle to stretch out the back of our neck. Lovely. One more roll on each side. And then gently bringing your head back up on top of the shoulders. Lovely. Pull the shoulders up to the ears and then push it down, lifting it up, pushing it down, lifting it up, pushing it down, and double time. Lovely. Palms up to the sky, opening it out. Squeeze the shoulder blades together at the back, opening up the chest. Round, separate the shoulder blades. And open, and round, and open, and round, and open, and then round. Interlink the fingers, gently pulling on the arms to separate the shoulder blades, look down to the floor. Fabulous. Let go of the hands. Interlink the fingers at the back, pull the shoulders down, opening up the chest, lift the arms up and away, fold yourself forward. Try and get your hands to come all the way down over in front of you. Lovely. Let go of the hands, bend the knees, rolling it all the way back up. Fabulous. Hips from side to side. Circle around the wrists, taking it all the way up to the top and down the middle. And then when you get to the bottom, change direction of the wrists, taking it back up and down the middle. Lovely. Good. Folding yourself forward, hands come down, keep the hips going from side to side, good stretch on the inner thigh, maybe a bit on the hamstrings, on the back of the thighs, and then taking it back up again. Lovely. Bending the knees, pelvis tucks under, squeeze the tush, taking it back. Under and squeeze, taking it back. Under and squeeze, and then we'll circle the hips round. Lovely. Change direction, other way. Perfect. Lovely. I want you to straighten your legs out. So it's a little, I actually have them a little softness in my knees, but they're straightish. Tummy tight, arms reaching out, pelvis slightly under, and we're going to reach from one side to the next. And you should feel it feeling nice and tight in your tummy. Lovely. Good. Reaching as far as you can each side. Fabulous. And then we'll just do a little stretch. We're going to reach all the way out, up and over, and feel like your armpits trying to touch the sky. So we're not folding ourselves in, but opening our chest up. And then switch over to the side. Reach up, over, and over. Lovely. Lovely. And then let's roll it down to the floor. Hands come down, be nice and wide, bend in one leg, and then up and over to the other side. So just stretching on through the inner thigh here. Lovely. And then taking it through the middle. If you wish to, you can take your hands off. Keep that chest lifted, hips nice and low, or keep your hands on the floor, whichever you prefer today. Lovely. Hold it to one side, flexing up that front foot. Take it through demi point to full, demi point, and then flex. Demi, full, demi, flexed, demi, full, demi, flexed, demi, full, demi, flex. Last one, demi, full point, flex the corners. Roll yourself around into that lunge position. Take the hips up and down. Push through that front leg, take yourself into your standing lunge. Find the balance, reach the hands up, pelvis tucks under, push down into the hips. Lovely. Reach all the way forward, chest glutes on, hands frame your front foot, lower the back and down, and tuck the toes. And let's straighten and rebend that front leg. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Tuck the toe under at the back. Push your back leg straight, which will lift your hips up. And then we're going to straighten again. Make sure your chest is glued on. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Lower that knee down. Untuck those toes. Take yourself into your lunge position, your low lunge, pushing into the hips. One hand either side, let's circle our hips around for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change direction, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. 2 hands come to the inside. Tuck your toe under at the back, push your hips up and open to the front. Scoot yourself over to the other side, and let's get ready with the ankles. So flexing the foot, taking it through demi point, through full point, back through demi point, and flex for demi. Full, demi, flexed, demi, full, demi, flexed, demi, full, demi, flex. Last one, demi, full point, demi point, and flex. Beautiful. Roll yourself round. Lunge position on the other side, gently taking the hips up and down. Lovely. Push through that front leg, take yourself into your standing lunge. Find the balance. Reach the hands up, pelvis tucks under, push down into the hips. Reach all the way forward. Hands come down to frame that front foot. Lower the back knee down and tuck the toe. And then let's straighten and rebend that front leg for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Back leg tucks under. Push your back leg straight, lifting up your hips. Keep your chest glued onto your front leg as we straighten and rebend for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Lower the back knee down. Take yourself into a big, beautiful big lunge. And 2 hands come the inside, either side of that front leg. Circling around the hips for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. 2 hands come to the inside of your front foot. Bring your weight into your back knee. Semi-circle your leg round so you're landing on all fours. Have a little reshuffle. Make sure your wrists are underneath shoulders, knees are underneath your hips. Pelvis tucks under, round the back. Separate the shoulder blades into your cat pose, looking down in between the legs. And open it out the other way. Squeeze the shoulder blades the other back, looking up to the sky. And reverse. Really thinking about tucking the pelvis over, pushing the tailbone down, and then separating the shoulder blades, squeezing the tummy button up into the spine, and then open the other way. Imagine your tailbone is trying to reach the top of your head. And let's rotate the rib cage around in a circle. And change direction, other way. Lovely. Fabulous stuff. I found like I shuffled along as I was doing that then, ending up in my fireplace. Okay, roll yourself round so you're landing on your back. And we're going to lie ourselves down. So feet go to the floor, knees up to the sky, lying ourselves down onto our backs. So we're going to hold our dish position. We're going to build it up as we do normally. And then feel free to keep advancing, or if you want to stick to one of the earlier holds, then feel free to do that as well. So when we're here, so this one is all about our core, but to be honest, it kind of works everywhere, but it's very good for our core in particular because it helps to engage our core muscles. So first off, I want our pelvis to be tucking under, pushing the small of our back into the floor. There should be no space between your back and the floor, so that is solid, scooching in. At this point, squeeze your pelvic floors so that we're really starting to engage our pelvic floors, and that will help to connect all of our core muscles to engage. Then we're going to pick our shoulders and head off the floor, and to begin with, you can take your hands just down as if you're trying to point your fingers down towards your toes, and then we're going to lift our feet off the floor, knees directly underneath our hips, and we're just going to hold it here for 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Lovely, good. So we're going to do the same thing again, but this time instead of having our knees directly over our hips, I'm taking them further away. It's not quite a straight leg, I've still got a bend in my knee. If you feel like your back is starting to peel off the floor, take it back so that your knees go straight over your hips again. Okay, getting into position, pelvis tilts under, squeeze the pelvic floors, tummy nice and tight. Head, shoulders up, hands come down, knees over hips, and then take them further away. And let's hold for 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good, very nice. So the next step that we're going to do, we're going to do the same thing again, but this time I'm going to take my legs fully straight. I'm going to take them as low as I can. You can take them a little bit higher. That tends to be a little bit easier. The higher they are, the easier they are, or the more bent the knee is, the easier it is. So if you want it to be a little bit gentler, take the knees bent, take them closer towards your body. I'm going to take them straight. Now, if you're joining me with straight legs, I really recommend you squeeze your butt so it pushes your hips higher. I find that it really helps to keep me, when I've got everything tense, it helps me to hold a better position. And that's really good for, it's also really transferable, because if we're going to be holding a pencil pose on the pole, or if we're doing an invert, we're not just going to be tensing our core, we're going to be squeezing every single muscle. So it's really nice to be able to replicate that same kind of feeling that we're doing on the floor to what we'd be doing in pole, because then it helps to better prepare us for the pole moves. So let's get into position. And again, if you don't want to do this bit, then feel free to take it to the previous one and repeat that, or the one before that, whatever works well for you and your body today. Okay, pelvis under, squeeze pelvic floors, push into the floor. Head and shoulders up, legs, feet up, and then let's straighten the legs, squeeze the butt and hold for 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Lovely. Great work, everyone. So we're going to do one final one. Now, if you want to, you can do any of the ones that we've repeated so far, or like me, you can do it with your legs straight. And this time, we're going to take our arms overhead as well. That makes it just that little bit more challenging. But because we're doing a shorter amount of time, like a shorter stint, I know we have previously done this for 30 seconds or 20 seconds even. I'm thinking 15 seconds will feel like it's a nice enough time that you might be able to take your hands up and hold it for that length of time. So that is my aim. So let's get ready. Pelvis under, squeeze pelvic floors, head and shoulders up, hands above you, knees up, straighten the legs, take it as low as you can, squeeze the butt and hold for 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Lovely. Really, really, really good. Well done, everyone. Very well done. Okay, I'm going to roll myself over onto my tummy because I'm going to do some swimmers. So this is really good for your back and your butt, but mainly for your back. So it's kind of like back raises, but I'm going to be taking my legs and arms at the same time. So you might want to just watch in case you're like, I have no idea what you're talking about, Becky. So if you're in that position, do you know what? I'm just going to pause 1 second. I realise the sunshine's coming through and it's like making this little white patch. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to shut the curtain at the back just so that it doesn't. Oh, and now I'm in pitch black. I know sometimes you just see like a white light. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to do swimmers. If you have no idea what I'm on about, I'm going to show them first and then we can do it all together so you actually do know. So we're going to take myself lying on my front. You want to have space for your legs to kick up and back, and we're going to have our arms kicking up and forward as well. So to begin with, what we're going to do, we're just going to hold our arms steady. But I am going to lift my head and shoulders off the floor, and then I'm going to squeeze my butt, and I'm going to take my legs first. Then we'll do it again with the arms, and then we'll do it again both together. So I'm kind of just taking my legs and arms up and down, and this is really good for squeezing your back muscles and for squeezing your butt as well, and starting to prep it for some of our more butt works. So that all makes sense. Get in position. If that doesn't make sense, feel free to ask a question. Lying on your front, we're going to start with, you can prop yourself up onto your elbows. Just make sure that you're not kind of like sinking into it. If you find that you're like sinking and your shoulders are like pinched high, then you'll be better off just lying down. But if you can hold up and kind of like push into your elbows so your shoulders are down rather than relaxing, then feel free to have your elbows up. It does just increase like your back bends basically. Okay, so we're lifting the legs up off the floor, ping behind us, forward, and little leg kicks for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Lovely. That was so lovely to watch. I can see everyone's little feet just going crazy. Lovely. Let's just release our lumbar spine. So taking ourselves, push ourselves up and taking ourselves into our child's pose. Bring your butt down to your heels, rounding the back, just to help to release the lower back a little bit more. Lovely. And then taking yourself back forward. Now this time legs are going to stay still, and it's just going to be the arms. So we're going to take our arms out in front of us. We're lifting our shoulders up off the floor, and we do that by squeezing our back muscles. You can also squeeze your butt. And I tend to find it easier if my feet are about shoulder distance apart and turn slightly out. That makes it easier for me to squeeze and engage my butt. So then it helps protect my lower back. So let's get arms out, lifting up, and do our little swim-ins for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fabulous. Fabulous, fabulous. Good. And now we're going to do them both together. Legs up, kicking, feet and arms out, kicking at the same time. Are you ready? I'm just going to shuffle forward ever so slightly, kicking my sofa. Okay, arms out, legs out. On your marks, get set. Let's swim for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Good stuff. Feel free to take yourself into your child's pose just to relax it out. Lovely. Good. Fabulous stuff. Fab, fab, fab. Okay, good. I'm actually just going to roll my mat to one, or chuck my mat to one side just for this next bit. Just while I bring my chair into play. So grab your chair at the ready, or your stool if you've got a stool. And if you've got weights, you're also welcome to hold onto weights when you do this. Now, I don't work with weights very often, as you know. So and I would want to give you more guidance on which weight is right for you. So I'm hoping that if you're using weights, you know what is right for you. If you're not sure, don't use weights. I'm not using weights and it will still be working. But if you are confident with what feels the right weight for you and you're making sure that it's a good form, then feel free to use them if you're confident with them. If you're not sure, then we can have a chat afterwards and we can work out what is the right weight for you, depending on how you're feeling with each movement. We can kind of dissect it that way. Okay, so what we're going to be doing with our chair, basically the higher your chair is, the slightly harder it is. But no changing chairs now, you've decided. It was meant to be. So what we're going to do, we're going to step up with leg number 1 and really push it into our ankle as we take ourselves into standing. Then from here, I don't actually put my weight on, I don't put my weight on my other foot. I kind of just leave it right next to it. And then I'm going to lower myself back down as slow and as controlled as possible. So I'm taking myself down, nice and controlled, nice and slow. That doesn't always go to plan, but the slower the better. That's what you're aiming for. Then my leg is going to come off the chair, soaring right behind me into a really big step back, and then I'm lunging down with bent knees. My weight is perfectly distributed, my back is straight, and then I'm going to step it back up and repeat. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to do 10 on one foot, switch it over, 10 on the other foot. Okay, are we ready? Getting into position, and we go. Step 1, up, lower down slowly, step it back, and lunge. Good. Stepping it up, lower down slowly, stepping it back, nice big step back, lunge it down. Good. Stepping it up, lower down slowly, stepping, lovely big step back, lunge it back. Very good. And up, lower down slowly, stepping it back, and in. Good. Stepping it up, lower down slowly, big lunge back, weight in the middle, taking it up, and step, lower down slowly, lunge it back, and up, keeping that back nice and straight the entire time, stepping it up, lower down, lunge it back, and up, we go, slowly down, lunge it back, and last one, stepping it up, slowly down, lunge it back. Switch over to the other leg, new leg now, stepping it up, slowly taking it down, big lunge back, and back up, fab, stepping it up, slowly down, lunge it back, and in, stepping it up, slowly lunge back, slowly take it down, lunge it back, and up. Good. Stepping it up, pushing through the ankle as you come down, and the blade and the heel of your foot into your lunge, and up. Stepping it up, slowly down, keeping that back straight, stepping it back into the lunge, and together. Good. Stepping it up, slowly down, big step back into that lunge, and together. Stepping it up, slowly taking it down, nice and controlled, big lunge back, and together. Stepping it up, lovely. Slowly and controlled down, big lunge back, and together, stepping it up, slowly down, nice and controlled, big lunge back, and last one, stepping it up, number 10, slowly down, and big lunge back. Fabulous, really, really good. Let's have a little, actually we'll have a little stretch, hold on to the wall if you need a bit of balance, or your ear. I used to always hold on to my ear, throw back to PE classes. Bending one knee, grab it with your foot, keep your knees together, push hips forward, bring your foot in towards your butt just to stretch out the quads. Lovely. And then bring your foot flexed onto your knee and sit yourself down. You should feel it coming down the side and into your butt cheek there. Lovely. And then with that foot, put your ankle into the floor. Keep your knees in line and bring your weight back. Tilt your pelvis out and you should feel a stretch down this front leg. If you want to lean on something, lean on your bent knee. Don't lean on your straight leg. Tilt your pelvis out if you want a deeper stretch. This isn't a flexibility stretch. You don't need it to stretch the deepest you've ever stretched in your hamstring. It's just to release it a little bit. Lovely. Switch over to the other side. Knees together, foot to butt, hips forward. And really push your hips forward to deepen your stretch. That little bit more. Lovely. And release. Heel to foot. Sorry. Foot to knee. Flexing it up. And then sit yourself back. So you can feel the stretch coming down the side and into your glute or your butt cheek. Lovely. And then flexing your foot, placing the ankle onto the floor. Keep your knees together in line and then lean your butt back. So sitting back, tilt your pelvis away to deepen stretch. If you want to lean on something, either lean on the wall or lean on your bent leg, never on your straight leg. Lovely, good. Are you ready for your next set? Here we are, great. Let's get ready. Okay, same thing again. We're going to do 10 on both sides. Are you ready? Let's go. Step, leg one, stepping it up. Slowly down. See if you can get it even slower than you did the first time. Big lunge back. That's one. Good. Stepping it up. Lovely. Slow and controlled down. Bring your weight into the heel. Lunging it back. And up. Good. Stepping it up. Slowly taking it down. Bring it back into a nice big lunge. Bigger the step back, the easier it is. Stepping it up. Nice and controlled down. Weight in your heel, back nice and straight. Big step back into your lunge. And together. Lovely. Halfway through, that's number 5. Slowly down. Big lunge back. And together. Stepping it up. Slow and controlled down. Weight in the heel. And lunge. And together. Lovely. Stepping it up. Controlled. And if you basically by bringing more of your weight into your heel, big lunge, then you're basically activating more of your glutes, so more lifting your butt cheeks, which is what we're wanting. Stepping it up. Nice and controlled down. Big lunge back. Lovely. Stepping it up. Slow and controlled down. Nice big lunge backwards. And last one, stepping it up. Nice and controlled down. Lovely big lunge to the back. And switch over legs. Next leg, stepping it up. Nice and controlled down. Big lunge back. And together, stepping it up. Nice, whoop, nice and controlled down. Big lunge back. And together, stepping it up. Push through the heel. Lowering down. Big lunge back. And together, stepping it up, pushing the heel. Lower down, bring the weight in the heel. Lovely, nice and controlled back. Lunging it down. And together, stepping it up. Slowly down. Big lunge back. And together, stepping it up. Slowly down. Nice big lunge backwards. And together. Good work, guys. Stepping it up. Keeping your neck in line with your spine. Big lunge back. And together. Stepping it up. Controlling it down. Nice lunge back. And together. stepping it up, controlling it down. Big lunge back, and take it together. Last one, stepping it up, slowly lunge down, sorry, step down, lunge it back, and together. Really, 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 really nice. I'm going to keep my chair for a little bit to do the next one, but feel free to stretch out your legs where anywhere feels tight with any of the moves that we've just done in the previous one. So stretching the back of the thighs, the front of the thighs, maybe a bit in the glutes. I'm just kind of going through them all just for a little bit. I don't want to do a big old stretch on these, but I'm still using them, so just stretch out and release it basically. Okay, so this next one is for your bingo wings. This is for your back of your arms. I have notoriously always found this movement very challenging. So if you, like me, also find it challenging, you're not the only one. And I got pretty strong triceps from pole, but alas, this movement I find a real challenge. So what we're going to do, we're going to have our chair, and we're going to sit ourselves down in front of our chair. Okay, and we're going to be doing dips. So I'm going to have, for the gentler version, I'm going to keep my feet on the floor, and then I'm going to, if this feels too high, you might want to lower down into it. Then you're going to bring your wrists and hands onto the chair, elbows up, and we're basically going to be lifting up, and then we're going to lower down, take it as low as we can, and lift it up, lower down, and lift it up. If you would like this to be harder, you're going to straighten out your legs, slide your legs much further away, and then bend and up, and try to keep yourself in a straight line. Now, I actually do notoriously find these very challenging, so I'm going to do it with bent legs. But if you find this a breeze, or even that it's not a breeze, but you know you've got the potential to do more and you feel like you can do more, straighten your legs. Don't let my issues with this movement like change yours, because you might just have got that position bang right for you and you're away. So feel free to do what feels right for you, not what feels right for me. So really listen to your body. So I'm actually going to start sitting on the chair, because I do find when I push myself up from bottom, that was a bit intense. So I'm bringing my hands onto my chair, and then I'm going to bring my feet out in front of me. I want my feet to be hip distance apart, they're not wide. If you're doing straight legs, then take your legs out way further, and I'm going to lift myself off my chair. So hopefully you can see from this angle that I'm no longer sitting on my chair, and I've got my hands right on the corners of my chair, and my feet are comfortably underneath my knees. And then I'm going to bend my arms, keeping my elbows going backwards, and then pushing it back up. Lovely. We're taking it nice and slow. Down and up. That's 2. Down and up. That's 3. Down and up. That's 4. Nice and controlled. Nice and slow. And up. That's 5. Down and up. That's 6. Down and up. That's 7. Last one. Down and up. That's 8. And then sit yourself back on your chair. Really nice. Feel free to stretch it out by bringing your hand onto your shoulder, lifting it up. Lovely. And then switch over to the other side. Hand on shoulder, lift elbow up to the sky. Lovely. Really nice. So we're going to do another 8. If you found that first 8, you'd done it with straight legs and you're really starting to quake and quiver at the end, feel free to ease it off, or start with straight and then ease it off as we get towards the end of the next few. Or you might have done it with bent knees and been like, this feels fine, I'm going to straighten my legs. So feel free to alter it, and you can alter it midway through. So we might be on number 4 and then you're like, bam, straight legs for the last 4. So we're going to do another 8. That helps give you a bit of guidance as to where feels like the right number for you. Okay, so getting your hands into position. I have mine right on the corners underneath my shoulders. Getting your feet in position, either straight or bent. The further away they are, the harder it is, and you have to better engage your core muscles as well. Lifting your butt off. Elbows are facing backwards and they're bending, elbows towards the back. Taking it down, nice and slow. Taking it back up. Good, that's one. Taking it down, nice and slow and controlled. Taking it back up. Lovely, that's two. And down. And up. That's three. Down. And up. That's four. I'm going to try straight. We'll see how we go. Down. And up. That's five. Down. And up. That's six. Down and up. That's seven. Last one. Down and up. That's eight. And relax. Lovely. Really good there, guys. I don't know about you, but maybe it's just the room I'm in. I'm starting to bead. I'm getting so warm. Let's just stretch out our back of our arms. So hand onto shoulder, giving it a push, elbow up to the sky. Feeling that big, beautiful stretch all down the back of your arm there. Lovely. And then switch over to the other side, hand on shoulder, giving it a push up to the sky. Lovely stuff. Good. And release. Good. You can pop your chair away and pop it to one side or out of your way. Okay, I'm going back to my butt. So I'm going to be doing our squats. So if you normally do your squats with weights and you've got weights to hand, feel free to use your weights. If I was going to do this in a gym, which you'd very rarely find me in, but occasionally I go to them because you know I was working on growing my booty, then I would get it on a barbell. If you've got a barbell at home, so that big long pole, I'd pick it up and put it across my back, release my hair, and then I'd rest it on my shoulders, and then I can apply more weights onto that as I go. So that's where I would hold it if I was doing weights with squats. But if you know your way, then feel free to do that. Just make sure that you're safe, because obviously I can't guide you from where I am when it comes to specific weights. But if you're joining me with just our body weight, that will be just as good, because I know that my butt will ache just as much tomorrow anyway. So from here, we're going to take our feet about shoulder and wrist distance apart, maybe actually a little touch wider. So actually I'd say my ankles are underneath my shoulders, but then I'm going to take my feet ever so slightly wider, out slightly. So I'm kind of, my toes are slightly turned out, so they're just not facing forward, basically. I want us to make sure when we're doing this position that my pelvis is tilted under. When I'm doing my pelvis under, this does bring a lot of challenges, because I naturally, when I'm bending down into my squat, I naturally want to turn my butt out, but I want this to be harder for my muscles, so my pelvis stays under. You can also think about squeezing your pelvic floors as well. Much easier to do when your pelvis is under, and just generally good to practice all the time. I want you to make sure that your back stays nice and straight and you're lengthening up through your spine the entire way through your squat. And you want to think about bringing your weight into your heels. Now, when you do a really good squat, you almost feel like you're going to fall backwards, and that's a really good place for it to be, because you want your weight in your heels. When your weight is more in your heels, it helps to target your glute or your butt muscles way easier than if I'm just kind of going straight down. So I don't want my knees to ever go over my toes. I want them to be, I want it almost like I'm about to sit on a sofa, and then I change my mind and I pull myself up. You're squeezing your butt the entire squat. So I don't want it to be like, oh, I'm just bending down and then at the top squeeze. No, 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 no. I want you to be squeezing your butt cheeks the entire time that you are moving. So here is when I'm squeezing my butt. Here is when I'm squeezing my butt. Here's 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 when I'm squeezing my butt. And then bam, here is when I do my extra squeeze, by just squeezing that little bit more out of my lemon if I was doing a lemon squeezing. Okay, so you're squeezing the entire way, and then at the end when we do our thrust at the top, an extra little squeeze for good look, or good bum, which is probably more accurate. Okay, so don't feel like this bit is working on its own. It will be working much harder if you're squeezing. And if you get tired, then think about it as you're doing this and you're giving yourself time to do it, so you might as well give it your all, okay? And it's only going to be for a few. We're going to do 12, have a little break, do another 12, have a break, do another 12, okay? We've got this, we've got this. Okay, you can bring your hands out, you can bring your hands next to your head, whatever feels most comfortable for you. I can like move mine out. So we're in our position. Are we ready? Let's go. Squeeze the butt, pelvis under, tummy tight, back straight, and we bend down. Take it as low as you can. If you can get to 90 degrees, great. And take it up and squeeze. 12. Taking it down and up. Squeeze. 11. Down. Up. Squeeze. 10. Down. Up. Squeeze. 9. Down. Up. Squeeze. 8. Down. Up. Squeeze. 7. Down we go. Keep squeezing the entire way, bringing your butt back. Squeeze. 6. Keeping that back straight. You're weighted in your heels. Up. Squeeze. Lovely. Down. Up. Squeeze. Lovely stuff. Down. Bring that weight backwards. Chest leans forward ever so slightly, but you're keeping that back straight. Lovely. 3 left. Down. Up. Squeeze. Last 2. Down. Up. Squeeze. Last 1. Down. Up. Squeeze. Fabulous. Good. Really, really nice. And obviously, I know I said we don't do squeeze at the top, but when you do squeeze at the top, really squeeze your butt as much as you can. Like you can't squeeze it anymore. That's where I want it to feel. Lovely. Give your legs a little bit of a shake. Feel free to stretch out the glute muscle if it's starting to feel tense and very contracted, which hopefully it does already, but it might not until we do our next ones. Lovely. Okay, next 12. You're in your position, and heels underneath shoulders, feet slightly turned out so it's a little bit more comfortable. Knees are going in line with your feet so they're not rolling in or rolling too far out. Back straight, pelvis under, squeeze the butt, squeeze the pelvic floors. Let's taking it down. Squeeze the entire time and up. Squeeze at the top, that's 1. Good, down and up. Squeeze. 2, down and up. Squeeze. 3, down and up. Squeeze. Good. Down and up. Squeeze. Down and up. Squeeze. Good. Down and up. Squeeze. Down and up. Squeeze. Down and up. Squeeze. Down and up. Squeeze. Down. This one's number 10. And up. Squeeze. Last 2. Down and up. Squeeze. Last 1. Down and up. Squeeze. Lovely. Good. Just a little shake. Little walk around. Little twizzle in the hips. Okay. Good. I really wish I had a drink to hand. Oh, do I have anything left in here? I think not. No. Never mind. Any here? No. Never mind. I'll get one in a minute. Okay. Final 12. Oh gosh, my hair is sticking to my neck. Are you ready? Here we are. Good. And remember, squeezing the entire way, not just at the top, the entire way through the squat. Get so much more from it that way. Okay. We're in our position. Feet are out, knees in line with your feet, pelvis under, tummy tight, pelvic floor tight, back straight, lengthening through the spine, squeezing the butt. Let's go. Down. And up. Squeeze, that's 1. Down. Bring your weight into your heels. Push through your heels to get up. 2, good. Squeeze at the top. Down. And up. Squeeze. Down. Push through the heel. Good. Squeeze. Down. And up. Squeeze. Down. And up. Squeeze. Good. Down. And up. Squeeze. Down. And up. Squeeze. Down. And up. Squeeze. Down. And up. Squeeze. Last 2. Down. Keep it squeezing as much as you can. And up. Really bring your weight back. Last 1. Down. And up. Squeeze. Lovely. And giving it a little shake out. In fact, let's have a little bit of a stretch. I'm going to take it onto the floor just to make it that little bit deeper of a stretch for me. So, which foot stretch shall I do? I'm going to do it where I'm sitting on my butt. I've got my feet, one foot in front of me, and then the other foot comes in front of that foot. So it kind of looks like I'm doing cross legs, but I'm not crossing at any point. I've just got one foot in front of the other. Lovely. Make sure I'm sat on my sitting bones. Draw myself up through my back. I'm going to fold forward. So just rolling forward. And I can feel the stretch coming down. The leg that's at the front, you should feel it more in that butt cheek. It's coming down the side of my leg and into my butt cheek. Lovely. I'm just going to hold it here. And breathe. As you exhale, see if you can take it a little bit deeper maybe. Maybe bring your forehead to the floor. Two more breaths. Lovely. And then when you're ready, gently, gently, gently coming back up. Lovely. And then switch over, bringing your other foot in front and repeating. So just folding yourself forward over your front leg. And to begin with, I can't really get that far down. So I just lean forward to begin with. And then as it feels more comfortable and as I breathe and relax into the stretch, I can get myself a little bit closer to the floor, maybe bring my my forehead down to the floor, maybe bring my elbows down. I'm at that point where I can bring my elbows to the floor now and it feels like it's a nice stretch, but not too far. And just through every exhalation, really feel like your muscle is relaxing and lengthening. And like it's really nourishing, and feel that it's really nourishing from the fact that it's been contracted and now we're really just stretching it back out so it feels nice and happy. Lovely. 2 more breaths here. Nice, deep, slow breaths. Lovely. And when you're ready, gently, gently bringing yourself back up to a seated position. Lovely. Good work, guys. Woo! Very good. I hope you feel achy tomorrow or maybe the day after. Really, really well done. Really well done. And hopefully you're feeling as sweaty as I am.